Are live. Hi, everyone, and welcome to my first ever YouTube live stream. I'll be going live every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with different guests. And today, as my first guest, I have Wendy Lopez. Wendy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for inviting me, like in your first stream.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So, for those of you who don't know, Wendy is actually the first person that I ever streamed with live on her YouTube channel. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her because she's the one that really pushed me and got me out of my comfort zone. So, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Wendy, for that. I really appreciate you. I have a few questions planned for you, but if you guys watching have any questions, feel free to write them in the little chat, and I'll try to answer everything as much as I can. And this is my first time streaming, so it's very possible that we run into some technical issues, but Wendy is a pro, so I'm sure she'll be able to help us.
Don't worry. We got you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So, Wendy, for most of the people watching probably already know you, but for those who don't know you, just tell us a little bit about yourself and tell the audience where they can follow you.
Okay, well, I'm Gwen Supergirl or Wendy Lopez. I'm Colombian, but I live in Mexico. I am a community manager for Virtua. I also do content for VeVe. I haven't done that much, but it's because I'm a little bit busy. And my career, I'm a professor actually. My focus are curriculum design and research and a little bit of neuroscience and learning. Yep, that's it.
Nice. That's very interesting. And when did you join VeVe and what made you want to join VeVe? How did you hear about VeVe? Did you join as soon as you heard about it? Tell us a little bit more about your VeVe journey, how it got started.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, everything started because TikTok, like I think by the end of 2020. And in that TikTok, I have been investing in crypto since 2018 around. And I was looking for tokens to invest. And I was like trying to find other tokens. So I think I have actually one of those TikToks about which tokens I was investing in my TikTok. I think it's the first one. Well, long story, one of those TikToks says NFTs, invest in NFTs. And I thought that it was like another token, like Bitcoin or something like that. So then I did my research, and one day in a Facebook group, Luis Cepeda, he's still an OG, he shared about a fiend or something like that, that he was selling those NFTs. And because I have done the research before, I was like, oh, wait, how can I invest in that? So um, uh, he was teaching me how to do that because back then I think the marketplace was closed. So he was teaching me. He sold me the first Finn and Princess bubblegum. So that's how I start the journey, and yes, pretty much that's how I start.
And when is your VeVe birthday? When did you join?
March 24 or yes, I think it's March 24th, 25th, 25th, something like that.
Okay, so we're not bad. I'm April 8th, so we're
Oh,
pretty close. I joined
great.
like 2 weeks after you, so yeah. Perfect. Yeah, TikTok is untapped area for creators too. Really hoping to see more VeVe TikToks on my feed. Yeah, so I'm trying to post some VeVe TikToks. I know Wendy, you're also posting some TikToks on some VeVe TikToks, right?
Yeah.
In Spanish.
Yeah. Well, it's not about VeVe, it's about NFT because I
Okay.
think first of all we have to teach them what is an NFT. But I think my first TikTok about VeVe is still in my TikTok. It was about the
Okay.
DeLorean. Actually, I think it was about the
Oh.
DeLorean. So woo! If you go to the TikTok,
Yeah, well, you get them started, you teach them about NFTs, and then after you can talk about Terra Virtua, you can talk about VeVe. So yeah, that's great.
Exactly.
Perfect. And growing up, or even right before joining VeVe, were you a fan of Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, all the IPs that we have on VeVe, or did VeVe introduce you to that?
Honestly, my biggest collection is actually Harry Potter. I am a huge fan of Harry Potter. I don't know if you see Hogwarts.
Nice.
But collecting about Marvel and Batman, like, not really. It was more maybe about Disney, but it was
Okay.
like not in the beginning. In the beginning, for me, was like, okay, this was the way what I was thinking. Okay, so these are NFTs with license, so it cannot be something weird. I don't think like
Yeah.
Cartoon Network is gonna give their license to something that is not good. So that's how I start, because I saw other NFTs, but it was like MetaMask and to send it, and it was like confusing. But with VeVe, it was like, okay, this makes sense. And then you start to collect them. And the first time that I see my fin, it was like, oh my god, because you can see it with AR, right? So that's how I start.
Yeah.
So then I start to collect. I think I have some few things about there, but not too crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, honestly, me too. I wasn't really a fan of Disney. Like growing up, I didn't really watch any Disney movies. I didn't really watch. I did like Harry Potter. I have four brothers, so I was also a little bit more into these things. I was more exposed, but I was never really into these things. And then joining VeVe, that really got me. Um, I could say even addicted to these things. Like right now, I love Marvel, I love Star Wars, I love Disney, and I never thought that I would be into these things. I mean, me too. Look, I'm also collecting a few things because of VeVe. And I agree with what you said about not needing any MetaMask. A lot of people, first of all, there's a lot of rug pulls happening with NFTs in general, and the fact that VeVe has so many big brands, so many big IPs, you know that's not a rug pull, right? Because Disney, Star Wars,
Exactly.
Marvel, they've been around for a very long time. They've built a reputation, and then they wouldn't risk that, just to make, I guess,
Exactly.
millions of dollars on VeVe, right? Because they have to, they have to keep up with the reputation. So it's definitely something that got me into VeVe as well. And the fact that you don't need any crypto knowledge, honestly, that's a huge plus because I'm not into crypto. I know maybe, like you said, you are a little bit more than I am, but I'm not invested in any tokens. I'm just invested in VeVe, and it's easy for everyone to get started. And so that's also why I try to make content to show people that you don't have to get scared of NFTs. It's not all crypto. VeVe makes it easy. Um, and you're also into Terra Virtua. I'm not personally familiar with Terra Virtua. Um, I don't know if anyone watching is familiar with it, but can you tell us a little bit about what it is? I'm very curious, honestly. I would love to know more.
Yeah, well, Terra Virtua, that was like the name in the past. Now they rebrand Virtua because people
Okay.
start to thinking that we were connected with Terra Luna, but we are not.
Oh, okay.
It's just pure coincidence. So they rebrand as Virtua, and pretty much it's like a metaverse that is going to be launched pretty soon. Right now, let's think like it's a planet. Virtua Prime
Okay.
is the name of the planet, and it has different island continents, to say something, and one of them is Cardano Island, and
Mm,
it's pretty much based on Cardano blockchain. So everything that happens there is in that ecosystem. It also has license with the NFTs like Godzilla versus Kong, Pacific Rims, well, many other, even Godfather. They are also
oh,
a little bit OGs. Like they also have a marketplace where you can get the collectibles that you can display in AR. Right now, the app is developing again, but usually
okay.
you can get them also seeing them in AR. They also have VR, and also they have like a fan cave that is like a showroom that you can see, like you can play with your collectibles, so you can see them like in a 3D environment, in a digital space. All of that is going to be used into the metaverse. So pretty much it's a metaverse that is coming, and also an NFT marketplace, but they want to focus more into the metaverse gaming space.
Okay, okay. And do you need to have any crypto knowledge to get started, or is it more like VeVe where you can just enter your credit card and purchase things?
They have both options actually.
Okay.
You can use your credit card to buy the NFT, so you can use MetaMask. Both.
Oh, okay, perfect. So that's a very good way to get
Yeah.
started. Hi,
Uh,
Brandon. So VV in 3 is asking, what are your TikTok handles? Heather and I will get you added. Wendy, what is your TikTok handle?
well, it's the same that is like here. My name, Wen Lopez N. When Supergirl, but Wen Lopez N is how did you say, like the handle arroba.
Oh, your handle.
I don't know how to say arroba in English, but
Oh,
the the
at
the
When
at
Lopez
Lopez
N. Okay,
N.
perfect.
Mhm.
And I'm VeVe on all the platforms, so on TikTok too. And Vane says Harry Potter.
Veins is
Everyone loves Harry
actually
Potter.
Veins is also part of Virtua and VeVe as well, and he's one of my junior
Oh,
members actually. So big shout out to him.
okay. Are you Vanes? Are you Vanes on Twitter too?
Yes, he is indeed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe I follow him. I'm not too sure.
Ah,
Collectors
Castor as
market
well
is
is
going to
from
take
Virtua
place.
as well. Oh, I kissy.
Love Virtua and those #1
I
mints of
see.
comics.
Big shout out to the family. Aw, I actually
Perfect.
only
So
in both.
you know all of them?
Yeah.
I'm not very familiar with people's names. There's some people that I recognize, but I usually recognize the person if I see that they have the same profile picture as their Twitter.
Oh,
So I need the name and the profile picture to associate it with the person.
they're really cool people. They're
Perfect. Yeah,
mhm.
perfect. So we haven't had a drop in a few days with VeVe. I'm going crazy. I need VeVe to drop something because I need to buy stuff. So I wanted to know the last 2 recent drops that we had on VeVe was the Groot collectible and Groot comic. Did you go for either of them?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
None? None of them?
No, I just
Really?
went for the AF 15 of Spider-Man.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Okay. Yeah, you couldn't miss that one.
yes, and right now I have to be wiser with the gems.
Yeah, that's true. Especially in the market conditions that we're in right now,
Exactly.
you can't go for every drop. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
So I didn't go for the Groot collectible, but I went for the Groot comic, and I actually got the lowest mint that I ever got for a comic book, which was mint 211 for the uncommon. So I was
Ooh.
pretty happy about that. But everything else I got 5 of them,
Oh,
and
nice.
everything else was commons, high mints. So I guess the number 211 made up for it.
I think so.
So you don't go for every drop on VeVe, right?
Not anymore. I used to.
Okay.
I try to, but besides whatever people say, like since I think Spider-Man last year, I had really
Okay.
hard time to get any drop.
Mm.
So at some point it was like, then I start to work like in December, and then happened what happened in January. So it just distracted me, and I just go for some specific collectibles or comics because of my friends. So they are like, you have to go for this one, so I go for that one, or the ones that I see like, this is good. Those are the only ones.
Okay. Do you ever go for collectibles or comics? Like, for example, let's say, do you go for collectibles when you like the way they look? Or is it really for monetary value? Same thing with comic books, because sometimes VeVe has really nice covers. And I see people going for comic books, even though they're not worth that much, just because they specifically want a certain cover. So is that how do you choose what to go for or what not to go for?
For me, like mainly it's about what I see long-term value, because the
Okay.
collectibles that I like, I already have them. For example, Jeremy Rogers and Pride, those are like the collectibles that I never sell, unless I have my goal with Pride for like long term. But even I have Flip, Todd, and I have Risk, like other collectibles, but I try to always go for things that I see like, okay, this is gonna go up in value, so I can then resell to get my more gems, or something like that.
Okay. Nick 2FR says, I love Terra. They have Godzilla. Isn't Godzilla coming to VeVe or supposed to come to VeVe?
I don't know. I think they also have it, but the FA of Godzilla and Kong is on Virtua.
On Virtua. Ooh, okay. That's nice. Dynamite Comics.
Dynamite Comics, exactly. They also have comics as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, they do.
didn't know.
And the covers are like animated. Not all of the rarities, but like the most important one. It has like
Okay.
animated and you also can see like different layers into the pages. For example, you can take the text and just see like the art. So that's really awesome.
Oh, that's really cool. You know, yesterday when we had, for all of you watching, I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch Randy's stream. Yesterday it was going on for 33 hours. I think it was a world record. I stayed on for 6 hours. Wendy, how long did you stay on for?
I think since I woke up till when I joined a little bit, but then I was in the comments because I was feeling a little bit bad,
Yeah.
and something like that. But I think I was like pretty much since I started watching the stream, like when it was Cavell, Taps, and Brock, something like that. And then I went to sleep. Then I wake up and BB Fam Bam, she was awake. And I was since then until after David, like something like that. I don't know, something like that. I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, because honestly, that was crazy. I know when we were all waiting for David to come, and then as soon as he joined, everyone, like, we were all hyper on the chat, and as soon as he joined, everyone just like stopped talking. We're all just like listening to him. And I wanted to ask so many questions, but it was my first time live streaming with him, and I was super nervous. I was like, okay, what if, can I ask him this? And I didn't want to interrupt, you know, but I wanted to ask him. So you said that Terra Virtua has animated comic books. I had no idea, but I wanted to ask him if he ever sees VeVe, or if they plan on doing anything like that. So having any animated comic books. Obviously, I was thinking more about the covers, because VeVe has VeVe exclusive covers, right? The rares and the ultra rares, I believe. So I was thinking maybe if they did something animated, that could add a little plus, you know, because collectibles we have static collectibles, we have animated, we have so many different things for collectibles, but then comics are very, I guess you could say, plain, right? Obviously, there's a lot of information inside, but it's not everyone that reads them. So having something animated on the cover, I think, would give it more value, and it would be very interesting to have that. So that's really interesting that Terra Virtua has that. 33 hours to go. I don't think we will be streaming for 33 hours. We're not at Randy's level.
I do have to work.
Yeah, me too. I can't believe I even stayed on for 6 hours. I had so many things to do yesterday, and I just put all my work aside. I'm like, okay, I'm committed. We're gonna get David Yu on, and I don't want to miss it. So I stayed for 6 hours, but I was literally falling asleep on my chair. I remember I started off the stream like this, and by the end of the stream, I was like halfway down on my chair. I was so tired. I don't know how VeVe Fan Bam stayed on for so long. Honestly, shout out to her, because I don't know how many coffees she had, but I definitely need to be on that too. I'm catching up with the chat. I guess I missed a lot of things. Good to see you here, number one sniper. Yes. Wendy, are you very active on the VeVe market? Like, do you often look for collectibles that are undervalued? Do you buy do you often look for things to flip on the market?
Honestly, no, I don't have that. I don't have any more time to do that. What I do is just like right now, I'm following Amazing Fantasy 15 to see if I can get another comment. So I'm selling some stuff to get gems, but it's going up. So I'm behind, and everything. But Amazing Fantasy is going down. So I'm like,
yes,
but
I
don't have the time.
I want to check how much.
But I used
to. Yeah, it takes a lot of time. I'm on the market maybe like 4 or 5, sometimes 6, 7 hours, depending on how much work I have that day. But it does take a lot of time, because if you want to find a good deal, you know, you have to be constantly looking. The Amazing Fantasy 15 common is at $750 right now. Mm-hmm. So I actually sold mine a few days ago for almost 800 gems. And I didn't have any. So I was freaking out, because I see the price going up, going down. And I was like, I can't sell it and not have it in my collection. So I was freaking out. But this morning I spent a few hours on the market, and I actually found one for $660. So shout out to whoever sold that. And now it's at $750. So I flipped it, I think like 7, 8, maybe 9 times since I got it on the drop. Nice. So I made quite a few gems with it, but it's very risky when you're flipping something like that, especially if you want to have it in your collection.
Exactly, because you have to go to look at. That's right. I'm not that good with flipping because I don't have the time to be on the market to just
Yeah.
monitor. What I do is after the drop, if it's an important drop, because I have been for so long, I know how the market moves a little bit. So it's like, for
Yeah.
example, I knew that Amazing Fantasy was going to start because we have been so many dips that people was going to be discouraged. So I knew that it was going to start between 150 200. I think I said in my stream, and I knew. But the problem was that people start to FOMO, so it was very hard to get them at that price. So I said, I know that it's gonna go up, so I bought it, the second one, because I got the one coming on the drop, the second one for 500 gems. And for me, even if it
Okay.
goes down, it's still a good price because I know that it's gonna go up because it's so few of
For
them.
sure. For sure. So you look at the long-term value rather
Yes,
than the short term.
right now I'm seeing the long term value a lot.
That's smart. That's smart. I think I'm done flipping it. I think I'm going to hold it. I mean, I made quite a few gems with it. So if anything, I'll try to buy another one if it goes down. But I don't think I'm going to sell it because if I do, I might risk it. You know, I might lose it, and I don't want to buy it a lot at a lot more. So I'm done. I'm done risking my F-15. Which VeVe collectible do you think is the most beautiful? We'll start with Wendy.
Pride, Pride. I really love
Pride
Pride.
1 or 2?
Pride one. Yes, I like
Okay.
the
I
second
really
one,
like that one too.
but I like more the Pride one.
Yeah, that's a very nice one. As for me, it's the beautiful, I don't know if you guys see her. Yeah, you guys see her. Eve. I think she's beautiful.
She
So
is.
I just had to get that physical one. Yeah. And she has the same name as me, so I couldn't not get it.
That's true.
Yeah. So fun trying to get them. You have several too. Oh, he's responding to Caster. Okay. I'm
Castor.
not sure what he's responding to.
Yeah, they're talking
I'm just gonna
about.
catch up with the chat. Sorry, what are they talking about?
No, no, they are talking about the NFTs in Virtua. That's why he knows the
Oh,
Castor collection.
okay. Okay, okay. Whenever we're done our stream, I'm gonna go check out Terra Virtua because honestly, I'm pretty curious. You're saying that you don't need any crypto knowledge. You're saying that they have big brands, big IPs. So
Yep,
that's definitely something that I want to look into. I also really dig Terra. Those animated comic covers are beautiful.
they are. They are very beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Slider. Congrats on your first live stream. What do you both think about music coming to VeVe? I am so excited for that. Um, I think it's the first, or no, it's the second time I hear them talking about it because I guess they spoke about it a few times, but I missed it. I'm very excited. I'm wondering when they're gonna give us more information, when they're gonna release it. But I definitely think it's gonna be working very well on VeVe because obviously everything else works very well. And seeing how VeVe releases their collectibles and their comics, they're very strategic. So they're probably waiting for a specific moment, maybe an event or something to release music. I'm personally super excited about that. How about you, Wendy?
Yes, actually, I have heard this like since last year. So it's
Okay.
something that we were waiting for a lot. So wondering how they're gonna do it. But that is gonna be interesting because I will assume that they have to upgrade the app, so the app
Yeah.
supports like audio into
Yeah.
connected. Yep.
And they also said in the, I was gonna say AMA, but it wasn't an AMA. It was the live stream with Randy. David was talking about sports coming to VeVe as well. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really not into sports, but I'm still excited. Are you excited for sports?
Actually, I am not a big sport fan, but I do like soccer.
Okay.
So wondering if they will have like national teams or just because actually I'm not shilling Virtua or anything because Virtua already have some teams. So I'm
Okay.
wondering how they're gonna integrate because that is exciting to see like how they're gonna integrate the new verticals into the app.
Yeah, yeah, that's very exciting. And actually, talking about Randy's live stream yesterday, right before the stream, I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw, I made like a little recap of the live stream yesterday with David Yu and Randy, and from what I understood, I mean, I'm pretty sure you were watching while David Yu was there. From what I understood, we were going to have the one of one auction tomorrow. That's
Yep.
what David was saying. But apparently, that is not going to be happening. I saw Rev Alex G. He's like, I don't. He commented on someone's post. He's like, I don't think David spoke to Dan because it's definitely not happening tomorrow. So I'm not sure when they're gonna release it, but it's not tomorrow.
I would assume that then is soon.
Yeah,
I guess it's
hashtag
gonna be
soon,
soon.
maybe soon.
Yes, I know. But yeah, sometimes David it gets too excited about talking what is coming, so he meets up with the dates.
Some
But
things slip.
yeah, we are getting used to that. Oh
Yeah,
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 that's
yeah. I mean, he got us all excited.
just like
Cosplay covers as
in
well.
Virtua.
What is cosplay covers? What
Like
is
in
that?
Virtua, for example, Red Sonja, instead of having like the original cover, well, one of the variants are like cosplayers wearing the
Oh,
costumes of Red Sonja or Vampirella. So that is also supporting
okay.
like, cosplayers. That's what he meant.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's very interesting. Prettiest collectible on the app is the
Uh,
common and uncommon Toki Doki Dragon Girl. I
that,
100% agree
I
with
agree.
you. They are beautiful.
I still
Yeah.
have, uh, I think is I don't remember what I think it's common because it's really beautiful. And I had two of them and I sold one, but I don't want to sell the third one because um, no, I think it's important to just have at least one of them because it's so beautiful.
100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that it is definitely one of the most beautiful. If it wasn't for the Eve, I would definitely say Dragon Girl because, if you think about it long term, whenever we get the VeVe verse, hopefully soon, hopefully by the end of this year, no, probably not, probably next year. But whenever we get it, I was just thinking about it. You're gonna want to decorate your home, and having a Dragon Girl in your home would be so nice, right? So, I definitely, yeah, I definitely think they're one of the nicest. Animated covers would be so dope. Yes,
Yes,
they
I
would.
agree.
VeVe and Virtua is one big
I
fan.
agree.
Yes, I did 19 hours, no coffee, just community love. VeVe Fambam, I'm so happy you went to bed. I just
I
wanted
know.
to
I
end the
was
stream early so
worried.
she can go to bed.
I was the whole day I was telling her, "Are you okay? Go to sleep. I will call you." Like the same that I did with the Largo. That if something happens, I was going to call him, and I did. With BB Fam, I was going
Mm,
to do the same. But this woman is, oh my god, she blows my mind because so committed. No coffee. That
I
is so nice.
know.
That is amazing.
I know. I really don't know how she did it. I drink like 5, 6 coffees a day. So imagine going on a live stream for 19 hours and not even one cup of coffee. And apparently she only ate a hot dog. She didn't eat anything during the whole live stream. I don't know how she did it. This woman is amazing. Like that's crazy. Honestly, props to you. And if it wasn't for her, we also wouldn't have got David you on the stream because
Yes, I
when
agree.
Randy fell asleep. So that was pretty amazing. Wendy and Eva, two of my favorite VV peeps. Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Stream must keep going till David you joins. Guys, don't bother David you. Apparently he's super busy. He's not going to be joining the stream. Maybe one day we'll have a live stream with him.
You will have him.
Maybe, maybe. Well,
Why
I'm
not?
actually learning Mandarin right now, so I was thinking whenever my Mandarin is a lot better, maybe I'll have an interview with him in Mandarin. You guys won't understand anything, but I'll have some subtitles. Okay. So do you prefer comics or collectibles on VV?
Comics. 100% comics.
Really?
Yeah.
Comics. Oh, I'm surprised. I was sure you were going to say collectibles. Why is that?
Because I believe the people will understand better the value, like long term, because they already have a value that you can have like a comparison in real life.
Yeah.
In collectibles, they have more speculation, so the market will decide what is gonna be valuable, right? And I actually like that you can read them. For me, that blows my mind that I can have my comics and I can read them. I can uh, pretty much like I have them. Like it has a license. It's a piece of history in my cell phone that I can get everywhere and I can show in AR. That blows my mind a lot. So I
Yeah.
prefer comics, and also because, well, it's not reading, but kind of, well, for me in my mind, it's not like reading, but I love reading. So I think it has more utility at the moment than collectibles. But I'm not saying that I don't like the collectibles. I just saying that I prefer
You just
comics.
prefer comics.
Yes,
So you read comic books on VeVe.
I don't. I like to read like in general,
Okay,
but
okay.
in my mind, because I like books, for me, it's like the most close
Yeah, it's very
to books.
similar. Okay, okay, okay. Don't worry, I've never read a comic book on VeVe. I do want to start. It's just I don't have time, but you know what? One day I will. I will read a comic book. I'm gonna read the AF-15 common. That's the
Actually,
first one I'll read.
yes, and actually, I started to read the. I watched the Doctor Strange movie, and the first
Okay.
comic that I started to read is the one that shows America Chavez, because of course she is from Mexico. I'm not Mexican, but I have lived here for so long that for me it's very
Yeah.
important, and I love the character. So for me, it was like I have to read this one. So I got them for just to read the comic.
Okay. Okay. So I'll read that one next. That's gonna be my second one that I read on VeVe. Everyone, make sure you go hit the like button. Yes, like and subscribe. I'm gonna be doing, like I said, a live every single Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern with different guests. So I'll be announcing my second guest in a few days. We'll keep it a bit. We'll keep the suspense, but I'll announce my second guest in a few days. And you guys are going to be very excited for that guest for sure. I need a Spidey theme song on VeVe.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a good
you think
idea.
that they would start with things like that because they already have Marvel licenses. So instead of getting more licenses, they might already do with what they have, right? That could be a good idea.
People don't realize that we actually already have one song that is licensed, that is in the Steamboat Willie, because it has sounds and that is
Mm,
licensed. Of course, they have to have that license to add them to the collectible. So yes, I
yeah,
wouldn't be surprised, but I do think they are thinking about like musicians. In my opinion, I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, VeVe surprises us all the time, so we never know. We
Indeed.
never know. So you said your favorite collectible on VeVe was the Pride and the partner statue, I think.
No, pardon, no. That's not me. That's BB
No.
Magic.
Okay, you said it was Pride, so that's your favorite collectible on the app.
It is. It well, before I sold for Amazing Fantasy, it was Vader as well. I really like Darth
Okay.
Vader, and it's Steamboat really actually like a lot as well.
Yeah, I saw VeVe Magic's. She had a physical Steamboat Willie. That one is so nice, but it's so big. I don't
It's
know if I
very
would have room for it, but that's a really nice one.
very
If I
beautiful
had
one.
room, I would definitely look for that. I'm not sure if it's hard to get. I think it is hard to get, but that's a really nice one. And so that's your favorite collectible on VeVe. What about comics? Which one is your favorite comic book? Even if it's one that you don't have right now in your collection.
No, my favorite one is Marvel Comics #1. I love
Okay.
them. I'm a big
Which
whale
rarity?
of 8 comments. I have 8 of
Sorry,
them.
you have
I'm a
8
big
comments?
whale of 8
Yeah.
comments. I
You
really
have
like,
8? That's crazy.
but I
I
got
have
them like
3
when
and
it
I
was
thought that
like,
was a lot.
it was back then, it was like 4 gems or something like that. And because
You
Sean
bought
from
them at
Comics, I got them
you
on
bought them at
the
that
drop.
price?
I actually got,
Ooh.
I do have actually a TikTok where I'm making fun of me because
Okay.
I don't remember if it was 7 or 8 that I got in the drop, and it was all of them commons. And after I sold some of them, I gave away some of them. I think I gave one to BB Fam, and then
Okay.
I got them back because it was so cheap back then. But I knew that it was valuable, so I really liked that one. And my
You
secret
said it
rare,
was because
I have
sorry,
the
go ahead. Go ahead.
I have the Fantastic Four. I traded.
Okay.
That is my best trade that I have done till now.
Yeah. And you said
I
it was because of comics and crypto that you bought 8
Yes,
Marvel
yes,
Comics one.
yes, because of
Shout
him.
out to comics and crypto.
Before he had the podcast, I streamed with. I have the FA of Comics and Crypto in my. I don't remember if it's in. I have an Instagram, but also on
Okay.
YouTube. So before they had the podcast, he was teaching us the value of the comic, etc.
Wow. Well, I'm so happy that they created a YouTube channel, that they have all these different resources, because honestly, when it comes to comic books, if ever I'm not too sure, obviously I always look at the real world value, but if ever I'm not too sure about something, I always go look at their channel and see what they have to say about it, because they're so smart, they're so knowledgeable when it comes to everything with comics. So they're a really good resource to have in the community for
And
everything that's comics.
sleeping comics as
Yes,
well.
yes, 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 100%. 100%. Hi, Annette.
Hi, Annette. She's so an amazing woman of VeVe as well.
Yeah, yeah, she really is. Honestly, I love this about VeVe, is that I'm very not very social when it comes to my everyday life, because I work from home. I'm just home all the time. I'm on VeVe all the time, and it's very hard to meet other people that are into the same things that you are. But when I started joining Twitter, and now with my YouTube channel, even TikTok, Instagram, I'm starting to meet so many people, especially women, that are into the same things that I am into. And this is one of my favorite things about VeVe, is that we get to meet so many new people that love the same things that we do. So
I
that's
agree.
great. So shout outs to all of the women in the in the chat. VeVe fan bam. This is the question that everyone wants to know. Did you sleep, and how long did you sleep for? Because I want you to go to bed. Oh, she answered. I slept from 8 to
Wow.
4:30. Okay, she got her sleep back.
Yes, she did. That's a lot of sleep.
I think the Dragon Girl and the Eve will do great in the long run. The beauty of the collectible speaks for itself, 100%.
I agree on that.
100%. And I think as people get into the app, those are some that they'll want to get, because obviously you want to look at the long-term value. You want to look for things that are valuable, but then also at the end of the day, it's a collector's app. So you want to get things that, that you like. So I
I
agree
agree.
with you. Sounds like the women of VeVe are built different. We really are. Wow, Mandarin. Not easy, let me tell you. Oh, I didn't understand that. I don't know how to read. I do not know how to read Mandarin. I just know how to how to talk a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so what is one collectible? I'm not sure if we already spoke about this, but what is one collectible or comic that you have right now in your collection that you would never sell, no matter what the amount is?
I will say Pride, but no, because I know that at some point I will, because my
You'll
set is
sell it.
very special. Because, but the only reason that I will sell them is to sell the whole set. I won't sell
Okay.
like per piece, because with the ultra rares, I got matching numbers in the ultra rares, and
Mm.
the Pride and the uncommon. I have like counting numbers, like 29. I don't remember, it's 29 294 and the other one is 295, something like that. So for me,
Okay,
that's
okay.
very special. Unless that I have a good offer, I will sell it. But besides that, no, but I cannot say that I'm not gonna sell one day. But to never sell,
Yeah.
maybe I will hold one Marvel Comics #1 forever.
Okay.
Because how many
Well,
of them?
you have 8 of them.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
afford to
I
hold
can
one.
get 3 and sell the five of them.
Yeah, it's true. And what about comic books?
uh well, the Marvel Comics #1. Comics?
Oh, sorry, you just answered me. Yeah. Comics. Yeah, you said Marvel comic. Okay, my bad. Question for both of you. What is your personal favorite collectible on VeVe and why? Oh, sorry, I read that a little too late. We already answered that. But thank you, One Punch Brand. I know she just got a bunch more facts. I read AF-15 last night. It has 5 different stories in it, and only one is about Spider-Man. Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it's because it's the first appearance of Spider-Man, so I think it's different to Amazing Spider-Man. That is the first issue of Spider-Man.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hmm. Question for either or both of you. What do you think are the chances that VeVe will someday have a cold wallet solution for VeVe NFTs? So I think this is more of a question for Wendy because I'm not really into. Oh, for NFTs. Sorry, I thought it was crypto. Okay. What do you think, Wendy?
I think that is coming, and that is a possibility. I don't remember if I heard on an AMA or I read into a tweet, but I think they are working on that. I think it was from Greece.
Okay. From Reese. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
I
I think
didn't see that one.
I don't have good memory with the dates and names, but I do remember like the ideas.
Oh, it was Reese, but we don't know when.
We of course soon, as always.
Soon. I slept from 8 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. 8.5 hours. I only stream massive hours. I don't. Women of VeVe are amazing. We love and support one another. Yes, we're a very strong community. That's definitely yeah. Thank you, Wendy. Okay, I think I caught up with the chat. I was a bit behind, but I caught up. I think VeVe already has a cold storage wallet for Ecomi, but I think they sold out last year, and don't know when it will be back in stock.
That is correct. But I think it's for Omni, not for the NFTs. But I will assume that because it's VeVe, you can use for the collectibles as well.
For both. Okay. And is there any collectible? So we spoke about what your favorite collectible is. We spoke about what you would never sell on VeVe. Is there any collectible or comic that you don't currently have in your collection, but that you have your eye on and are maybe waiting just for the perfect moment to get it?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, of course. Is there any collectible or comic that you have your eye on? Something that you don't have right now in your collection, but that you want to get?
Well, right now I'm trying to get another common of Amazing Fantasy. I wanted the ultra rare, but it's too high. So yes, I would like one day, but I don't think that is gonna happen. The secret rare of the
Never
Spider-Man.
Say never.
No, secret rare Spider-Man is too expensive. Or the secret rare of Marvel Comics #1. I would love to, unless that I became millionaire or something like that, because Omi went to the moon or something like that, or TVK went to the moon as well. Maybe, but yeah, because I have a story with the secret rare of Spider-Man, so I almost had it when it was so cheap, but no, I lost it.
Yeah, it's going for a lot right now. I wish I can get that one too. That's definitely one that I have my eye on. But like you said, I do not have the gems for it. Definitely not. There's other things that I'd rather get, that are a bit cheaper. But I have the ultra rare, so it's not bad.
I don't have even the ultra. I have the uncommons and I have 2 uncommons and 2 commons, I think.
Okay. Still good. At least you have some.
It's fine.
Perfect. So I had a question for you, actually. I wanted to know, with the cash out that came in recently, have you tried cashing out on VeVe?
No, I don't have enough gems to do that. And actually, some of my friends are in Mexico. They have said that they cannot do the cash out because there is some problem with the banks in the country. So I think I'm gonna have to wait. And honestly, I prefer to use the gems to buy other things to use them. So I don't have to put like more and just reuse it, unless that is something that I had to sell.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I haven't cashed out yet, and I don't plan on cashing out for a very, very long time, especially not in the current market conditions.
Exactly.
I wouldn't sell something to cash out because I know it's going to go up eventually, right? So definitely not. We have another question here from Quincy. Quincy, I recognize that name. I think I follow you on Twitter. What is your favorite collectible set?
The set.
Does it have to be one that we own? Go ahead.
I don't have any more Superman, but I used to like that set, that it was just the Superman. Yes, I would say that one. But I don't have it anymore.
I agree with you. You never know, you might get it eventually. So do you put a lot of money into the app, or Like, how often do you put money into the app to buy new collectibles, or do you just do with what you have?
Now I'm just do with what I have because I was so early, but still I have to make my way up. Whatever they say is not true. Like I think that's why I have to flip my thought to get Darth Vader. Then I sold Darth Vader to get the Amazing Fantasy. So I'm doing just grails between grails. But I think at some point,
Yeah.
if we have something like Pokemon or something like that, and I'm done with the gems, well, I will have to.
Yeah. Oh, I hope we get Pokemon. I mean, I think it's coming eventually. Obviously, they're not going to announce it before, but I think that VeVe has a lot of really, really big licenses that they're trying to keep it as a secret, because like I said, they're very strategic with how they release things. So I think Pokemon is coming, but we never know.
You never.
No cash out for New York also, but I'm not looking to cash out anytime soon. Yeah, it really sucks that New York is not able to cash out. I wonder why. I have no idea, but if you're not looking to cash out anytime soon, I guess it doesn't affect you. But I know some people that are in New York that wanted to cash out and are not able to, so that really sucks. I hope it gets fixed soon. Love the stream. Good job, girls.
Thank you,
Thank
Castor.
you.
Uh,
So Moody, VeVe Queens, Moody is actually a very good friend of mine that I met. I think we've known each other for about a year. Um, I'm really happy he's watching the stream. We've actually met because of VeVe, so we were in a VeVe group together, and then we kept contact ever since. But Moody is actually a very, very, very good sniper. He's always on the market, always finds crazy deals. We always like message each other like, did you see this? Did you get that? Did you buy
that's
this?
nice.
And when I missed it, so he's really, really good. And I really want to have him on my channel. I spoke to him about it. I think he will be joining us.
That's nice.
I don't know when, but we're gonna work that out. But he's
Soon.
a good friend of mine. Yeah, soon. Hello, joining late. Any thoughts on MCP when it may finally be coming? I think phase 1 is going to be released. It is in plans for Q3. That's what they said in the last AMA. Is it actually going to come? I don't know, but that's what they said.
I will assume before the end of the year. I don't trust because I know that technology takes time. So if they
Yeah.
say Q3, I'm gonna think Q4 or next year. So I don't stress about the timelines.
Yeah, no, me neither. But if you believe in the project, you know that these things are going to come eventually. And either way, whenever it comes, even if it comes in 2 years, everything is retroactive, right? We're going to get the points. Everything is retroactive since the day that we got onto the app, I believe. So we're not losing anything. It's just a matter of when. But when you're dealing with big licenses like these, everything takes time. You can't just do things overnight, right? So it's very normal that maybe takes time. But I think that maybe instead of saying, if they actually do plan on releasing it, let's say Q4 or Q3, sorry, maybe they should give us a date that's a little more, like a little further. And if they're able to release it before, if anything, we'll be surprised, right? So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. Do either of you have any Omi? Wendy, do you have any Omi?
I do. I do have Omi, and actually I have it in my ledger. But I'm
Mm.
not an
Oh,
Omi
in your
member.
pink ledger. I saw your
Uh,
pink ledger.
it's not pink. Is I just did. It's black. It's normal. But I didn't know that there were like
Oh.
pink ones. But when I did the unboxing, like my whole setup is pink, so it looks
Oh,
like it.
okay. Okay, your setup was pink. I don't know why I thought it was pink. I just remember seeing pink everywhere. I was like, that's cute.
Yeah, it's because I love pink. Look,
Oh, that's so nice. I need to get myself a little microphone because I'm just talking on my AirPods. I also have Omi. I don't have much. I'm not an Omi millionaire yet, but soon, eventually, I will be. My boyfriend is actually the one who takes care of that. I tell him, babe, we have to buy Omi. He buys the Omi. I don't deal with crypto.
I'm not.
What'd you
Omi
say, Wendy?
millionaire. I'm not Omi millionaire either.
Soon. Maybe
Soon.
we'll both get there at the same time.
Yes.
What do you think about Venom number 3 you are?
I have to show you.
Sorry?
I don't remember if I have that one. have to check
You don't
because
know if you have it?
I don't remember
Yeah,
it.
I don't know which comic books I have. I don't know all of them because sometimes I'll just buy things to flip and then I end up keeping them. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure if I have that
I'm,
one. But
I'm waiting.
it is a very nice cover. It is a very nice cover. Oh, I love the cover.
So, Venom, I don't think I have that one. Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
I would
No.
check, but I don't want to be here for like 10 minutes scrolling through. So I'll let you know eventually on Twitter. Can we get a close up of the physical collectibles behind you, Eva? And Wendy, do you collect physical collectibles? Wendy, do you collect any physical collectibles?
Well, I start. Oh, I don't think you can see them. Uh, this is Harry. This is Hermione. This is Supergirl. And I have some comics that as Comics and Crypto has given me. And this is Belle and some Mexican things. But what I do collect are more like books. And I don't have my
Okay.
books here. It's in my mom's place, but that's what I collect more, like books. But I start a little bit more with the Funko Pops. I love them.
Yeah, I have some Funko Pops too. Where are they? I have some Funko
They're too
Pops. I
cute.
have a few comics. And then, oh, you wanted MMA Plus. Can we get a close up of those physical collectibles? So I'm not going to show you every single collectible because we're going to be here for an hour, but I'll show you the Eve because she really is beautiful.
She is very beautiful. Nice.
Yeah, she's really nice. And actually, funny story about this. Here, I'll just show you the back. Funny story about the Eve is when I took like a lot of people that got one kept it in the box because it comes like all wrapped and everything. But at the end of the day, I want to enjoy my collectible, so I just said whatever, I'll take it out. I don't plan on selling it, so it's okay if it loses a bit of value. But this little, I don't know if you see that the tongue of the snake, it came in a tiny little Ziploc bag, and I threw it out. And when I opened it and I put it and I displayed it, my boyfriend was like, "Why does the snake have a hole in the mouth and there's no tongue?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" So I went in my garbage, in my recycling. I started looking through everything, and then I realized that I actually threw it out. So if you guys got the Eve collectible, do not throw out the tongue. I'm just gonna put this back. I'm so scared. I've showed this a few times on different live streams. I'm so scared that I drop it during the live stream because I think I would cry. That would suck. I love everything pink.
Me too. Like I'm a pink person.
I just have I'm not really I'm not really a girly girl, so I'm not really into pink, but my iPhone case is pink, so
My
I
head
guess you
has
could say I like pink too.
actually this and this
Okay, you're really into pink.
and the thing that is my computer is pink, my keyboard is pink. I think
Oh my god.
I have
It's crazy.
everything.
Everything pink. The new update where we can read our comics on the web app is great, easier to read the panels. I always had trouble reading them on my phone. Also, when we open our comic collection, it's sorted
So,
now. Oh,
yes, you
okay.
can
I didn't know that. Because I'm not really actually, do you use the web platform or do you prefer using
the app.
the app? It's easier. I mean, it's great that we have both, but I find like especially when you want to snipe on the market, when you want to look for deals, I find it's a lot quicker on the phone.
I think for me the problem is that I use Brave and I don't use Google Chrome anymore. So the website
Oh,
on Brave doesn't work well. So I just stress and I don't want to open Chrome. So I just go to the cell phone that is easier.
yeah. Okay, no, I see. What did you say? What do you guys think is the most underrated collectible on VeVe, non-comics?
Steamboat
That's
Willie.
a good question. Steamboat
Well,
Willie is definitely underrated. Um, Honestly, I think also this is not financial advice, it's just what I personally think. I think the lenticular cards are also underrated.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the last part.
Oh, the lenticular cards.
Ah, yes. I think the
I
one.
like them, but at the end of the day, it comes to preference. But Steamboat Willie too is underrated. There's a lot of everything is underrated on the app right now.
I mean,
Almost sold one of my F15 for 820 yesterday to buy 860 R2D2. Woke up to 680 F15 and 1100 R2D2. What are on y'all's watch list? Ooh. Well, if you actually sold the AF15 for 820 yesterday, you could have bought it back for a little cheaper right now.
yep. I'm just waiting for. I have just 2 comments, so I'm thinking that it will hit 1K at some point. I will sell to buy maybe more other collective. I'm waiting for Darth Vader, so it will go up. I can sell to get back again my Vader because I miss it so much.
Yeah, I also Darth Vader is the UR Darth Vader is definitely on my watch list. And actually coming back to this question from One Punch Run, the Boba Fett's, I think they're underrated too.
Yes, I agree.
I definitely think they're underrated. Boba Fett is a really big character. I don't think I think he's worth a lot more than he's at right now. Do you own any of the Funko Pop NFTs? No, I don't actually. Do you, Wendy?
I was going to
Funko
get
Pop
the
NFTs in general.
Turtle Ninjas because of Comics and Crypto, but I just got distracted, so I didn't.
You're working on too many different things.
Yes, honestly.
Yeah, lenticular cards is not for everyone. That's why I said it's personal preferences, but I think they're underrated. I like the lenticular cards. Don't judge me. Are you guys going for 24 hours today or what? No, Kobe, I don't think so. Me and Wendy are both very, very busy. We don't have 24 hours.
Especially known when tomorrow is Monday. If it was
yeah, and especially
Friday or Saturday, but from Sunday to Monday, no, I can't. I have meetings
and
at 6.
especially not after yesterday's 33-hour stream. I mean, we were there for a long time. We're not going to do another one the next day, but maybe one day. No, actually, no. I don't think we'll ever do a 24-hour stream. That's Randy's.
That's Randy's, but I think we could organize something like that. But yes, the only legend that has done that twice is Randy.
Yeah, Randy is a legend. I was going to buy Todd yesterday at 1,600, but didn't do it, thinking that it will still go down, and now it's at 2K. I wanted to cry when I saw it. I'm still not over it. Ooh, that must hurt. But you know what? It's okay. You're always going to make mistakes. You're always going to, it happens that you miss out on things. But as long as you keep taking a look at the market, you're going to fall on something else, right? And then you might make more gems and eventually buy the Darth Vader, the Todd, sorry. Does anyone know if there is a place you can find your favorite comics?
That is I think you can just click on this. Wait, but this is 1 second.
Oh,
And it was like in a wish list. Like
what I mean with finding comics is that if you select favorites with collectibles on VeVe, you can view them in your collection under collectible comic folders. But if you select any comics, sorry, I'm reading so fast. But if you select any comics as favorites, there doesn't seem to be a folder or file anywhere to view them. And with so many comics, it would be a nice option. Oh,
I think you can do like click here. So it adds to watch list. So that's how I select the things that I like the most. So it put like in my wish list. And that's how
I think he's saying that
the favorite.
I think he's saying that it doesn't work. Let me test it.
Let me see.
Should work.
Let me see. Oh, it's not working. That's correct.
Yeah. It doesn't work. So if anyone from VeVe is watching this,
Arkikana, it's in South Korea.
Wow, South Korea. Welcome. I have PTSD with lenticular cards after what I paid for them soon after the drop. They dropped so much. Conversely, now maybe a good time to pick them up.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
very, very bad collectible for me.
Everything went down so much.
I know.
You can favorite comics, but it's broken and doesn't do anything. Yeah, I didn't know because I don't really use that feature too much, especially not for comics. But hopefully, VeVe fixes it soon. Yeah. So Wendy, how? Sorry, we were reading the comments. I still have a few questions left for you.
No,
How much time do you spend on the app every day? So you said that lately you haven't been, you don't have much time to spend on the app, but on an average, how many hours a day do you
hours.
spend
No,
on VeVe?
I don't have any to be there. But what I do is just going to the feed to see. Sometimes I just say good morning and to read some comments, but that's pretty much because I don't have time
Okay.
all the time in my community. So it's like I wake up and directly go to the server, and so it takes my time. But
Mm.
no, before I used to be there more time, but no, not anymore.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, especially if you want to look at the markets. You have to spend a lot of time on the app, for sure. Is there anything specific that you'd like to see implemented on VeVe, whether it's a new feature or maybe a new brand, like a new license that we don't have on the app right now?
Um, I would like to see more experience, like to do more something more with the collectibles. I would like to see them
Okay.
also in the short rooms. Maybe to export like clips, like TikToks, kinda from VeVe that
Okay.
you can add them in the feed, and then you can export to Instagram or TikTok to give more exposure. But it comes from that it comes
Yeah.
from just that
Yeah,
for
I would
me.
like to see comics in showroom. That's definitely something that that would be good to have because you want to showcase your comics too, right? Not just your collectibles. And I think it would be make really cool. A lot of people make really cool videos about their showroom. I think that could be really, really cool. That could look really cool in those videos. So you've been creating content in general, right? Not just for VeVe, but for a while now. And you've been interviewing many guests. What gave you the idea to start creating content? Or to start creating, what gave you the idea to start creating VeVe content?
It started because I received that threat last year, so I was like very sad. So
Wait, what do you mean?
that threat, like scammers, that's what it.
A death threat? Oh,
Yeah, so I received twice. So the first time that I received one, so I was like, okay, I have to stop being active into Facebook. So I went to Twitter and I started to know more people. And I was like, well, what can I do now? So I start to just have conversations. I was thinking about educating people, having conversations. Then I start to stream because I was bored. Back then, I think I I don't remember well the times, but I think I lost the job, so I had free time. So I spent a lot of time with VeVe community, and I started to stream in Instagram to display more about I to invite my guests. I think I started with Instagram. I invited the Gail, Johnny Dune, Orange Bag Lady, Crypto Kaki, and they told me to start to do my YouTube, and then just one thing after the other and after the other. So yeah,
and now
it's
you're here. So
actually one.
you
Go, go.
started doing lives on Instagram. Is that what you were saying?
I did. I started with
Okay.
lives in Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know that. I thought you started with YouTube and then I know
No,
you were active on Instagram, but I thought you started with YouTube. Wow. Okay,
actually,
that's good to
it
know.
was Gail, especially Gail and Johnny Do, who told me to go to YouTube. So I think my
Okay.
first was Johnny Doon. If I can't remember, I have bad memory, or something like that. So it was very. They had a big part that I went to YouTube, especially because of course English is not my first language. So I was like, I'm going to go to stream on YouTube if I don't even speak the language. but it just happened.
Well, you're doing very good. Your English is very, very good. And actually, your English did improve a lot. I did watch some of your first few videos. When the more you talk, the more you interact with people in English, the better the more comfortable you're gonna be, the better you're gonna get at it. So you got
I
perfect.
tried.
So we have a few more questions. Let's see here. Why does AF15 have only 21 pages on the web app when it has 27 pages on the mobile app with an extra story called There Are Martians Among Us? Ooh,
That's a good question for comics and crypto and sleeping comics.
yes. You know what? I'm actually going to take a little screenshot of this so I can ask about it.
That is a good question.
That's a very good question, and I'll get back to you. Crazy Dan 420. I don't know if that's your name on Twitter, but I'll get the answer and I'll make a post on Twitter and I'll give you a little shout out. Very interesting. Yes, I'm in South Korea, but I'm from Canada actually. Ooh, I'm from Canada too. I'm from Montreal. So we have another question here from Corey Hooper. Hello, I am curious if there are difficulties being female in the VeVe space. I heard it's a male-dominated space. Wendy, what do you think about that? I mean, we're here.
I mean, it is very hard, especially
Yeah.
you have to face a lot of things. You have to have really thick skin, have a good therapist, because yes, you face when you start to intimidate, especially some people, more than you, because it's not just male. Uh, you have to know that it's a very competitive space. So yes, I have faced a lot of difficulties, but at the end of the day, I try to think like the long term. Like, okay, they have tried to beat me up, they have, but I think long term, this is the future. People is gonna be benefit from it. It's gonna help people. For me, that is my focus, so I keep doing it, and I'm not gonna let no one shut me down. Even if I have to pay my therapist 3 times, I'm gonna do it. But you have to focus on the long term.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
no,
for
for sure. It really is a male dominated space, but
very.
lately I've been seeing a lot of women content creators, especially for VeVe, be very active. I don't think there's many female content creators with YouTube channels. I know there's a few, but not that many. But on Twitter, I see so many female content creators. So it is a male dominated space, but women will dominate too. Wendy is team common nugget. Well, I guess I'm team common nugget too.
No, okay, that is those are my first supporters. That is a
Yeah.
long memory, because Team Common is because I always get back in the days Common, so I was like Team Common. I started to say Team Common, and then one day I was streaming. I think that stream is still in my Instagram, and I was eating nuggets. So it was Derek, it was Saxon, and it was Chandler there. So I was just eating nuggets and talking about Bibi. So we started to say that we were Team Kamen Nuggets. That is pretty much, I think it's some as well. So we were just like talking about Bibi. So they're my Team Kamen Nuggets. That is like my first supporters, pretty much.
That
So
is so
I have
funny.
history with them.
Yeah. Also, do both of you buy gems for purchases, or are you both mostly flippers? What's the best part of VeVe? Do you want to go ahead, Wendy?
Do both of you
Do you
buy?
buy gems,
I don't
or do
flip
you mostly
because
flip?
no, right now I'm just focusing on having the best long-term collectibles. So I have to sell some of that I have in the past to just keep moving for what is coming.
Okay. I personally haven't put in money into the app since last June. So over a year, I didn't put money in. But actually, I think about 2 weeks ago, I found a crazy deal. I think it was for the common, if I'm not mistaken, the common Dragon Girl. I found a really low mint for a really, really good price. And I was missing 11 gems. So I bought 11 gems with my credit card. But besides that, I haven't put any money into the app since last June. So Yeah, I'm more of a flipper. I try to grow my gem balance. I try to buy, sell, and I hold a lot too, though. I'm just curious, how many comics and collectibles do you each of you lady have?
I
Let's take a
have
look. I'll open the web app.
I have 12 sets, and I have, okay, it sounds like a lot, but remember that most of them, these are comics, and 197 comics and 100 collectibles.
Said 97 comics and 100 collectibles?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. I
But
have one.
these are pretty much commons. I can show right now my collection, but it's not like huge. Because I know
I
people like
have let's see, 24 sets,
24
100
sets.
and
Wow.
yeah. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. I could have done better, but it's not bad. I have 130 comics and 159 collectibles. But I have a few things on the market, so I'm not sure how many I'll have when stuff sells, but yeah, 159, yeah, not bad. Thanks for this story. Thank you, YouTube. Oh, I like that name, YouTube 671. I'm gonna have to catch up on these on the chat. I'm a bit late. I truly wish VeVe wouldn't open the marketplace after it drops until everyone has received their collectibles or comics, so that we all have a fair chance when it comes to resale value. I agree with that. Because right now the market is always open. They're not
Yes.
closing it anymore for drops, so
Yes, I
not
agree.
everyone has a fair chance. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I have two more questions. So we've been on for a little more than an hour.
All right.
We were supposed to do this just for an hour. I don't want to take up too much of
Oh,
your
you
time.
it's gonna have more time.
Yeah. I told Wendy, I'm like, we're gonna stream for only 60 minutes because I don't think we can go on for that much longer. She's like, no, trust me, we're gonna talk. It's gonna go for more than an hour, but I guess she was right. What advice would you give someone who wants to create content, whether it's VeVe content or just content in general? Yeah, what advice would you give for them to start?
That you have first to know why you're doing what you're doing, and not don't focus on the views, because everyone start with just one view, and you have to be thankful for that. And then focus on being natural. Like, don't see what is around you, because your voice is unique. We need to hear your voice, so don't compare with others. And also have a good therapist, because people online is very rough. So don't take personal. Some haters, maybe they are dealing with things, so you forgive them, but for that you have to be very mentally, you have to be so strong, so they don't get at you. um,
Yeah.
and be very committed. Yes, you have to be
Yeah,
very.
I completely agree. You have to be true to yourself, know what your goal is, and don't care what people think. Just
Exactly.
go for it. If you think that, like, if you want to put out that kind of content, there's always going to be people that appreciate it, but then there's always going to be people that have something to say. Whether you're doing something good, whether you're doing something bad, people always have something to say. So as long as you're okay with it, that's all that matters.
I agree.
And perfect. So I have one last question for you, and I think we're going to end the stream after this. I'm sorry, I won't be able to go through all the questions because we're never going to end. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all your support, and don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to the stream. So Wendy, I have one last question for you. Right before a few hours ago, actually, I was on Twitter and I saw that you made a post and you said you were going to drop some things on this stream. So you made a post. Let me see if I can share my screen, or maybe I'll just read it. So when Wendy made a post, she said, rethinking about a lot of things about what's coming for me. I might do some changes in everything I do. I'll say everything tomorrow on Eva's stream. So we are on Eva's stream. What's happening, Wendy?
Well, I think sometimes you have to zoom out. What, what, why are you doing what you're doing, and what are you doing? And one of those things that I have been streaming, I want to create things that give value to others. And I don't want to create because I have to create content. So for me, in that sense, I think sometimes you have to take a step back so others can be amplified, so they can shine. And in that sense, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do like one last stream. I think during this week with Virtua community
Okay.
actually. And it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna go back. I'm gonna keep creating content like the reels or the TikToks, but I want to first focus on what I want to do for the future in the content and help others like yourself or others that have invited me as well to their stream to help them to amplify their voices and to also to focus on my community like Virtua, and I'm focused on connecting things that I do in the back that no one sees, that I think it's important. So in that sense means that I'm gonna stop my streams for some weeks to see if I want to keep doing that or to get in like permanently and to refocus on what I want to do. I do love creating content, but I want that it comes from here, from the heart, not just
Yeah.
because I have to. So I'm gonna do a step back on that. I'm gonna join other streams that people have invited me as well, but I want to focus on what I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So maybe it's the time to others to shine, and I don't want to feel never that I have to create content because others are creating content. So sometimes it's
Yeah.
just good to take a step back, zoom out, and to see if this is what I want to keep doing. But it doesn't mean that I'm gonna leave or anything. I'm just gonna refocus to say something.
Okay, okay. Well, sometimes it's good to take a step back and to really reevaluate everything you're doing and make sure that, you know, that is really what you want to do and make sure you're doing it properly. So I completely respect that, but I would still love to have you on my channel again.
Of course, anytime. This is what I want to do.
So
Help.
as long as you don't disappear completely,
No, no,
it's
no, no,
okay.
no, no, no. Okay, I mean, like, I'm gonna stop maybe doing more interviews because I did have more guests, but I'm gonna stop them because it's important to just. I don't want to just
Yeah.
interview because I have to. I want to interview because I want to bring value to the communities because I'm in different communities. So yeah,
Okay. Okay.
but yeah,
I can respect that.
maybe it's time for others to shine like yourself. It's time that you take the. How do you
Oh.
say the batuta? In Spanish, is batuta, like the when you are in
Take
a
the
like in a concert, the director has the batuta, and
baton. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's some maybe it's time to others to shine.
Oh, well, that's
So
very
yeah,
nice of you because I know that there's a lot of people that are starting to create content, but again, you should not.
no,
We want you here, you know, but
I'm
you
not
do it
leaving.
at your own pace.
I'm just doing like
Okay.
to refocus as well, and even in me because when you take time to create content, it takes everything from you, like literal. So I need to also go back to
Yeah.
me and to focus what I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're enjoying it too, right? You don't want it to be like
I
something that
have
you just have to do because you got yourself into it. So no, I understand. I understand. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you so much, Wendy, for doing this with me. And I will see you guys next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll announce my next guest on Twitter in a few days. Wendy, stay on with me. We're going to talk for a few minutes. And again, thanks, everyone. Bye, guys.
beautiful people. Take care, everyone.